Hello, good to see you again. It's been a couple of weeks since my last one of these because I've been back at work and things have just been a bit hectic. Because it's summer, so everything's picking up. So much so that I'm going into work on my day off tomorrow, just to try and get some time back on Saturday. But that's meant that in terms of the various challenges and bits and bobs, I've done nothing. So there's no Mega Drive pickups or nothing from my list to go for this week. Um, our cooker died, so that's massively eaten into the budget to get anything at all. What else has happened? Oh, I've sold my spare CRT, so I've got £65 from that. But now that I'm down to one big CRT, it's almost certainly going to die at some point in the near future. But the question is, do I treat myself with the money from that telly, or do I save it for going to Timeless in the middle of the next month? So I'll work out what I'm going to do. And what else has happened? Oh, I had my first visitor to the garage since I started putting everything in here a couple of years ago. And it was really nice seeing the collection through someone else's eyes, because we would be sitting here playing on a game and you just see his eyes going like that, just scanning the shelves the whole way through, mainly looking for things that he remembered having when he was younger, because his wife won't let him have a gaming space. But we played, what did we play? A little bit of Virtua Cop, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King on the GameCube. We did Micro Machines, Streets of Rage, and we were going to do some Donald Duck and the Lucky Dime Caper, but it turns out that my controller for the Master System doesn't work, so I need to get myself a replacement for that. And aside from that, I tested that. Do you remember I got that big load of Atari games? I tested them out. Half of them work absolutely fine. The other half come on, but they only come on in black and white. And I don't know enough about the console to know whether there were some games that were only black and white. But we're talking things like Pac-Man, Breakout, and Outlaw are only coming through in black and white. So I don't know enough, so I need to work out whether there's a problem with the individual games or whether there's a problem somewhere with my console. But what I did find out is that my controllers, all of my joysticks, have some problem or another with them. So whether that's fire buttons not working or single directions not working. So this week has just been finding out that various things don't work. So without further ado, I will go on to the various pickups from the last couple of weeks because I've got nothing else to talk about. So, as I mentioned, I needed to get a new cooker this week. Went out and bought one, but on my way out of Curry's, I did see a little something that I decided to get as an impulse buy, and that is the Xbox Series S toaster, which imprints the Xbox logo onto your toast. And it's a surprisingly good toaster, so much so that my mother-in-law has decided we're getting rid of our main toaster and we're going to be using that. And it's also encouraged my youngest, who eats so little variety, to actually eat toast now. So that's a good positive, and that was down to $17.99 in Curry's, so not particularly expensive for a toaster. Right, I've only been to one charity shop and one car boot in the last couple of weeks. So from the car boot, there's a guy who sells like Spectrum games and Commodore 64 stuff and just proper retro gaming stuff, and he collects and he sells all of his spares. So I got myself a spare or a new Atari controller, so my Atari will actually work properly. He's assured me that he's tested it with his and it works, so I'll see what happens then. And if it doesn't work, he's not going to give me my money back, is he? But that's another controller I've got for the Atari. the rest of what I got from the car boot, I decided to get myself. No, I didn't have it already. FIFA 95 for the Mega Drive, just to get another one of the FIFAs crossed off the list. And I did pretty well when it came to the Xbox. I've managed to get myself FIFA 7, Medal of Honor Rising Sun, Rally Sport Challenge with the old Game Station 4 for £10 sticker on it. I miss Game Station, they were good. True Crime. Have I got that on the shelf already? No, I haven't. True Crime Streets of LA, which I've never played before, and Pro Evolution Soccer 4. Also at the car boot, I picked up Broken Sword Angel of Death for the PC. I've never actually got round to playing any of the Broken Sword games, but they're point and click, so I thought I may as well get it, see if I enjoy it. Also from the car boot, I picked up what I thought was a PS2 demo disc, and I was looking forward to seeing what the hell Egomania was, but just before I started recording this, I opened it up, and it's got GTA 3 in it. So it's not the most positive thing, because I've already got that in the collection, so I'll work out what I'm going to do with that case. Actually, I think I had bought a load of empty cases, so let's see if there's a GTA empty case that I've got there. What a good idea. And I've also picked up a couple of PlayStation magazines from 2002. So I've got one for Spider-Man. What else is on this one? Batman Dark Tomorrow, Gungrave, Dragonkind, EverQuest, Sly Raccoon, Reckless and Riding Spirits from June 2002. And we also have a special edition Racing Games PlayStation magazine as well. I appreciate they're a bit bendy, but I should be able to flatten them out. And they were only 10p each, so I'm happy with them. The other things that I've picked up have been charity shop based, and they're not even games, but I've been going through getting VHS tapes. So in the local YMCA, I got the second part of Blackadder's Second, Apollo 13, the first part of Blackadder the Second, The Jazz Singer, Philadelphia, and The Madness of King George, all for 25p each. So that's boosted the collection, and they're ones that I've either seen before and wouldn't mind watching again, and also ones that I've never seen before, like Philadelphia, like Madness of King George, that I remember seeing trailers for them when I was younger and thinking, that's something I'd watch when I'm older, and I've never done it. So I'll get them watched at some point soon. But with the VHS side of the collection, I've decided to go through the videos that I had when I was younger. So one of the ones I remember having, well, I know I had it because this is the actual copy I had, is Ataman for, well, it's not for anything, it's Hanna-Barbera, I think. And the other ones I remember having were, I had Secret Squirrel one, Flintstones one, and a Top Cat one. The Top Cat one that had the Maharaja of Pukiji episode in it. And from eBay, I've managed to pick up the same Secret Squirrel tape that I had. So hopefully I can get some enthusiasm from my kids for that. Aside from that, I think I told you a couple of weeks ago I tried testing my Spectrum and I couldn't get any of my games to run. And very kindly, Retro Gamer Thomas from the Unofficial Controller podcast went through his doubles and sent me a load of Spectrum games. So he sent me Oh Mummy, Alien Destroyer, Disco Dan, Punchy, and Treasure Island. I've had Spectrum out today to test them, and the Spectrum still won't load for me. So I've got no idea what's wrong with it. If I can work out how to do editing type stuff, I will put a little bit of a video somewhere around here, or even covering the whole screen, just to show what things I'm getting. As far as I can tell from the manual that I've got, it's that the console is searching for the program but not finding the program. I'm pretty sure there's nothing wrong with my cassette player, so I'm not sure what is wrong with it. So if there's any Spectrum experts out there, please give me a comment below just to help me work out what the hell's wrong with it and see if I can get it working. But that's all the pickups from the last couple of weeks. Not much has happened. Just want to say thank you to Raza is Retro, because I've had a few comments and a few new follows in the last couple of weeks from people who've specifically said that they've found me from his sharing of the channel, so thank you very much for that. I think I might start doing a few more bits of gameplay on here, but as with any plan that I come up with in a short space of time, we'll see what actually happens with that. But otherwise, today's been short and sweet, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Good day.